everybody, and he goes out of his way to be cool and to be nice, and it's just he doesn't have there's not like a direct or concrete reason that he doesn't have to be. He's done what he's done. He's made his money, and it's like he could show up and just kind of cash in, and there's no sense of that. And it's like that's what's amazing for him to just be so approachable and so, again, so cool. I mean, I didn't even, it's been an honor to, I think we had like a 6-man tag where I got to get in the ring with him and work with him, which, was big accomplishment. I mean, back in 2000, my buddies and I drove to Las Vegas, and there was a Nitro Grill inside of, what is it? The Caesar's, not Caesar's Palace, whatever one's the castle. It's Excalibur, I believe. So inside Excalibur, WCW had a restaurant called the Nitro Grill. And I remember my buddies and I just floating, casino to casino, whatever. And then we see this like, whoa, WCW has a restaurant, we gotta go. So we go to this WCW restaurant, and it's, it has like guys' outfits and whatever, and memorabilia and stuff like that. And we're sitting down to eat, and it's not particularly busy or anything, and we look over, and, like, there's Konnan and Rey Mysterio eating, and I'm like, and ECW is what got me into wrestling, so I was familiar with Rey Mysterio stuff just even there, him and Hoover and Guerrero having the craziest matches. So even in retrospect, it's even funnier, because there was no sense of, like, oh, we shouldn't bug them, they're eating or about to. I was like, oh, my gosh, Rey Mysterio, I'm going, so it's like, I went right over to them, and it was just like, man, and they were so nice and so cool. It's insane I haven't even thought about that for a while. And so now here we are, like 16 years later, and these people, I was just in my infancy of wrestling, or I was probably back at wrestling, or about to start training, or I just started training, or like wrestling was just this idea, at that time. But for me to share that with them and be like, and talk about these, it wasn't like Rey Mysterio wasn't like, oh yeah, ECW or whatever. I remember being like, oh yeah, that match and this and that, and just being excited to talk about it. And so they were cool then. I have autographs somewhere I could dig up like from that day. And here we are 16 years later, and I'm getting the chance to like work with them. It's just pretty amazing. And it just, to see, Prince Puma versus Rey Mysterio from the main event of last year's Ultima Lucha was like one of the best matches I feel like I've ever seen live, and just to know what it meant, to Prince Puma as a friend, it was really special and cool, and to know that Rey Mysterio was willing to do what he did for this project, and there was no, again, he could have just kind of gone on cruise control and hit the greatest hits, but he was doing stuff he hadn't done in years, if ever, and he just remains that inspiration. In the ring to be doing what he's doing, and then outside to treat every one of us like how he does, and be so cool and humble. It's like he sets such a good example for us younger guys, and like that's what we always wanted to be, and then even now that's what we still want to be. So it's awesome to have him involved.